Okay, so once you're into your project, you are going to go up here in the top left, and it says My Project, and you're going to click on that, and you're going to highlight it and delete it, and then name it your full name, capitalizing your first name, capitalizing your last name, dash, and then Soundscape, and then hit enter. So now that's your soundscape, and I know when I look at it that it's yours. So the first thing I want you to look at is that you see here you have text and one video and one audio. Um, you can change the size of the tracks so that you can see more. So I make that small, and I can always turn around and make it bigger. You are not going to be using a video, so you can actually delete this track. Again, you don't have to, but I know that I need more than one audio. So I'm going to add tracks, and I'm just going to add audio, and then I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it again just 4 times. And if you scroll down, you can see those audios there. Again, you can change the track. The first thing I want you to do is to find an image that we will see during your soundscape. So let's say for my image, I want a picture of a barnyard. So up at the top, I type in barnyard. So you can see here it's images, and then I type in barnyard, I hit enter. And I can scroll through here and see if there's anything I like. I really don't like any of those things. Let's try farm animals. See what we can get. All right, so there's a couple more options here. Again, nothing great. But you know what? For now, let's just choose this. Again, this is not the most important thing. I'm going to put this regular so you can see it. But I just put it on text 1, and this is what we're going to see during the entire soundscape. Um, Again, it's just one picture. It doesn't have to be a video. It doesn't have to be multiple pictures. But go ahead and click on it, and you see it's purple. And I'm going to pull that all the way to the 2-minute mark like that. So this is what I need to fill in. So for my first audio, I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to find, let's say, some country music. So I write country. And then all you have to do is click on it. So I'd never like to click on the first one. I always do. Heading up the road. Okay, let's listen to that. I pause it like that. That really wasn't it. Let me try. Okay, I kind of like this mellow, so I'm going to use that Homecoming Dream for now. And I simply click and drag it right there. Now, as you can see, it stops at 1 minute, 10 seconds. You can, if it doesn't extend like this, you can always take it and have it start again. So I can do it twice. Or I can click on that in purple and delete it and say, maybe I'll use another kind of music. So I just want to show you something really quick about audio. If you want to make everything louder, right, I can turn it up to 500%. Or I can tear and make everything quieter. So that changes that for the entire um, track, which is highlighted. Again, you have to highlight it. Let's say I just want it to get quieter at one point because I'm going to add a second sound. And that second sound I'm going to add is I'm going to work with some sound effects here. So I stay in audio, and I go up here, and let me put in goat bleat. Nope, so that doesn't have it. So how about just goat? So here we have some goat sounds. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to do this yearling goat. I'm going to take this and I'm going to insert and push it right here at the end. I can also take this, and if I want to move, this is the goat sound. Let's say, you know what? I want to have that with the music. So I'm going to delete that there. I'm going to take this yearling goat and I'm going to put it here. So now you can hear it together. Now that happened pretty fast, so you can do more goat sounds or just keep the goat sound there. If you want to extend the goat sound, this one does not extend, so you again would have to cut and drag down here, right? And it can happen twice. So let's go back. Now let's say I don't want to hear the music as much while the mang's going on. You take this and pull this over, click on the music, and here's where you're going to want. You can even use that as a marker. So that's where I want the music to almost disappear. So I'm going to go to these three dots, and I'm going to click on those dots, and then go to audio and opacity, and then show audio level. So up here you can see that there is a blue line. So I'm going to click where I want the music to go down, and it forms that dot. And I'm going to drag that music down to half here, and I'm going to drag it to here. See where it stops, where the music is still down. So it's going to be here at, let's say, 52%, right? And then I want the music to get louder here. So every time you click on this, you can drag it down or up, right? Those are called keloids, I think. So let's see what happens here. So now the music should go down during the bleeding of the goats. And this you really couldn't tell very much because the music already went down. But that is how you make it quieter. The other thing I want to show you is how to record your voice, because you need to record your voice, as you know. So scroll back up here, and you're going to go back to Project Bin, and then you're going to hit narrate, because record is for video. For narrate, it's just your voice. Choose default microphone, say start. Sometimes you have to hit allow, and then I'm going to hit record. This has been your moral moment. I'd always let myself be quiet at first. I say what I want to say and then quiet at the end so that I have more in that clip. You can preview it. I hit save. And what it does is it immediately puts it down here at voiceover. Now I can always move this, right? So let's say I want this moral moment up here, like that. So now it's getting kind of hard to see everything. So I am going to change this soundtrack, change the track height like this. Okay. And now I'm going to play it just from here. Actually, let's move that up a little bit. Play it from here. And again, pause it up here. I really couldn't hear my voice very well. So I'm going to change that again. I'm going to make it so you can hear my voice better. So I put this, let's see if I can show audio level, and right around here. When my voice starts, I'm going to click that, bring this all the way down. And then I'm going to click this to the end of my voice. And then this, I'm going to click here, and then we're going to go all the way back up again. So it goes down for my voice, and it's slowly going to come back up. So now if I play it, and then you can hear that music going back up after my voice, right? If you want to extend to see exactly what's going on, this is pulling out everything that I've done by using this plus button. If you really want to get in here and say, oh, right at this point, that makes it more minute, your changes, okay? I keep this pretty low like that. Okay, so now you know how to narrate, you know how to add tracks, right? I'm going to add, rather than add another track, I'm just going to put it right here in audio 2. And I know I'm right here. I'm going to import. So let's say I want to take something from that Thessalian website, the sound effect website. So I go to import here, browse to select. Now you should have a folder. I do not have a folder. I have it in a download, but you should find your folder and find your sound. I know mine are in downloads, and I have a farm animals ambiance that I'm going to open here. So I click the MP3, make sure it's an MP3, and open. Now it's going to show up right where you're not going to have all this stuff. You're not going to have all these things in the project bin. You're just going to have what's in your project bin. So just don't worry about this stuff. But you can see here that this is uploading. See how all those dots are going? And in a second, hopefully, that's going to be uploaded. I don't know why it's taking so long. And I'm going to put that right here. Right there. So now, and again, notice how this sound keeps going here. I can always click and I can make it smaller. And if you want to, you can show this level, and you can have it fade up and fade down by changing this. Remember, like we did before. So it's going to fade up, click up here. It's going to go, go, go. Then it's going to start to come down and then down. So then this is how you could fade that sound in and out. These are the farm animals. And let's say I don't like the way that that just happened. You can come over here to the left and you can undo. Notice how I back up and I'm back to where there was nothing. So let's say I'm going to start again. I'm going to go down. And you can also, if you double click on that, this screen will come up. You can change the volume, but you can also hit this fade. And let's say I want to fade in and I want it to take 2 seconds to fade in and 2 seconds to fade out. Okay, so it's automatically doing it for me based on that clip. And then you don't forget to hit done. And now when you look at that, or when you listen to that, it should fade up and fade down. Let's see. So you can tell at the end it just kind of faded slowly out. So those are the two ways you can manipulate. So again, you need 5 sound effects. So far I have 1, 2, and I have my voiceover. So I would need 3 more sound effects, right? And then for your Foley sound, that's the sound that you're going to make. So let's say I decided at the end, I'm going to make this sound. And so I hit record again. I'm sorry, not record, narrate, because we're just doing the voice, but we're doing a sound. And I'm going to record, let's say I'm record the sound. Hit the stop button. Those were just 2 highlighters I was smashing together. And if I want to save that, I hit save. And you will see it down on the voiceover 2. Because remember, I used voiceover 1 is here. That was my voice. Now this is voiceover 2, right? And then you can see that. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. So now if I want to see my whole thing or hear my whole thing, over here you can see the time, right? Obviously not much is going on here. I would add other sounds, right? But I just wanted you to hear all of the sounds so far. Right here you should be hearing a voiceover coming up. You can see it right here. Now it's coming up to another sound, which is the farm animals. And there's that highlighter sound. So after you make it all sound all nice, you got all the different sound effects. I really, when you're going into these audios, remember you can either import them, right? Which means I would go to the project bin and import. You can record them. I'm sorry, narrate them. So import, narrate, and then of course you can go into audio to get all of your different music and sound effects. So hopefully that gave you a quick what to do. At the end, you're going to export it as a video, and then we're going to talk more about where you're going to send that later. The cool thing is that this automatically saves. Cool. Have fun. Play around. Peace.